Welcome into the Panthers.com video mailbag presented by CEENTA. Staff writer Max Henson here answering your questions ahead of Carolina's critical matchup against Arizona. We've got our first question from TJ Lewis, who says, can we stop David Johnson? It's a big question, and really it's kind of been maybe lost in the shuffle with all the focus on Carolina's secondary right now. A big part of this game is going to be, can the Panthers stop David Johnson? He's the NFL's second leading rusher currently. Arizona loves him. Uses him in a variety of ways. He's a powerful rusher, elusive, really one of the better backs in the league right now. And if you can't stop David Johnson on the ground, you're going to have trouble against this Arizona offense. It's hard enough to defend their vertical passing game, which likes to take chances downfield, puts a lot of stress on the secondary. It becomes even harder to face that passing attack if this offense is two-handed, so to speak. If they can run the ball effectively on first and second down, if they got the play-action game going. If that entire playbook becomes available to them, this is a really, really tough offense to defend. It's critical to make sure the Panthers contain David Johnson as best they can. Got our next question from IMP Double, who says, I've noticed Cam moves the ball better when he runs our version of the hurry-up. Will this ever become a staple of the offense? This gets talked about a lot, and I think it is a staple of the offense. It is definitely a big part of this offense's plan each week. The question, though, really is getting to how frequently we see it, and that's kind of a delicate balance for offensive coordinator Mike Shula. We at times see this offense look very good when they run the hurry-up, but it's not something that I think you can do throughout the course of a game. You need to kind of pick your spots, because as we know, if you run that hurry-up a couple times, a couple series in a row, and you go 3 and out, that's putting a lot on your defense, who's got to go back on the field on short rest. And right now, as Carolina's defense is working through some things, particularly in the back end, you don't want them to be on the field more than they have to be. You want to sustain drives on offense. You want to control the ball. You want to give them some rest so they're most effective when they go back out on the field. So all those things have to kind of come into the equation. Yes, Carolina does tend to look pretty good when they run the hurry-up. I would expect to see it at times against Arizona, and they hope to do whatever it takes to get the ball in the end zone. Got our next question from Charles Broccoli, who says, the Panthers need a fast start. Do we achieve this through the air or on the ground? Couldn't agree more. Fast start is absolutely critical in this game against the Cardinals. Been saying it for a few weeks now. Carolina needs to get some points on the board in the first quarter. They've been struggling to do that in the past few weeks. As far as whether it comes through the air, on the ground, really by any means necessary. Kind of what we talked about in the last question. Doesn't matter how they get it done. At this point, the Carolina Panthers need to win in the absolute worst way. If they have to pass the ball to move the ball down the field effectively, great. If they run the ball and have success doing that, great. At this point, whatever it takes. And against this Arizona defense, it's going to be a big challenge. They've got to find ways to try to have some balance. I think for the long term of this offense, it'd be great to see the ground game come alive again with Jonathan Stewart. When it comes to Sunday's game, as far as starting fast and finishing strong, it's got to be done by any means necessary. Thanks for the questions this week, everybody. We'll do it again next time, right here on Panthers.com.